Welcome back to Insight Now. Today we are doing full update on all of the tariff news related to the US and other foreign countries, and providing detailed analysis on their impacts on global trade and national economies. Tariffs raise the cost of imported goods, leading to higher prices for everyday items and affecting household budgets. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau of Canada defends Canada's economic interests and fair trade practices. President Donald Trump uses tariffs to protect American industries and jobs. The trade conflict has escalated into a tariff war, with each side seeking economic advantages. Trudeau demands the removal of U.S. tariffs on Canadian goods, arguing they harm Canadian businesses and consumers. Trump views tariffs as a way to protect American industries from foreign competition. Tariff negotiations are complex, disrupting supply chains and increasing production costs. Tariffs can lead to higher consumer prices, reduced trade volumes, and job losses in trade-reliant industries. The stakes are high, affecting businesses, workers, and consumers. Understanding this conflict is crucial. Manufacturing and agriculture are particularly vulnerable, facing increased costs and reduced market access. Tariffs can lead to business closures and job losses, making it a complex issue with significant economic impact. The United States initiated the trade conflict by imposing a significant 25% tariff on a wide range of Canadian goods, including steel and aluminum. Additionally, the U.S. targeted the Canadian energy sector, implementing a 10% tariff on various energy products. In response, Canada, known for its diplomatic approach, decided to take a firm stand against these measures. Canada retaliated by imposing tariffs on $12.6 billion worth of U.S. goods, including steel, aluminum, and a variety of consumer products. Mexico and China, also affected by U.S. tariffs, responded with their own countermeasures, targeting American agricultural products, automobiles, and other key industries. The escalation of tariffs led to significant volatility in the financial markets, causing a sharp decline in stock prices and investor confidence. Some Canadian provinces adopted unique strategies to mitigate the impact of the tariffs on their local economies. For instance, Manitoba banned the sale of American liquor as a symbolic gesture of resistance. This move highlighted the broader economic consequences of the trade war, affecting industries from manufacturing to retail and even the alcohol market. American farmers were particularly hard hit, facing reduced exports and lower prices for their products. The U.S. auto industry also felt the strain, with tariffs leading to increased production costs and potential job losses. The imposition of tariffs had an immediate and profound impact. Stock markets experienced significant declines, businesses faced uncertainty, and the economic landscape underwent a dramatic shift. Companies across various sectors began to brace for the economic repercussions, with many unsure of what the future would hold. President Trump, under pressure from leaders in the auto industry, acknowledged the potential overreach of the tariffs. The backlash from industry stakeholders was swift and intense. In response, he granted U.S. automakers a one-month exemption from the tariffs, aiming to alleviate some of the immediate tension. However, this exemption was seen as a temporary relief rather than a solution to the broader issues. The damage to the economy and business confidence had already been done. There were discussions about extending exemptions to other industries such as electronics and agriculture, but these measures remained tentative. The uncertainty continued to loom large over the economy. The situation was akin to waiting for a second season of a show that had been canceled after its first episode. There was a glimmer of hope, but the future remained uncertain, leaving businesses and consumers on edge. The agricultural sector in particular felt the strain, with farmers seeking exemptions to avoid devastating losses. The electronics industry also lobbied for relief, highlighting the interconnected nature of global supply chains. Despite these efforts, the broader economic implications were undeniable. Markets remained volatile and businesses continued to navigate an uncertain landscape, hoping for a more permanent resolution. The tariff war between the United States and Canada has not been welcomed with open arms. Instead, it has cast a shadow over the economic landscape, creating significant uncertainty. Canadian citizens are understandably concerned about being used as leverage in trade negotiations. The uncertainty surrounding the tariffs has led to widespread anxiety among the populace. Protests have erupted across Canada, with citizens demanding the removal of tariffs and the restoration of free trade. Politicians have voiced their strong opposition, and even some U.S. officials have questioned the strategy behind these tariffs. Ontario's Premier, Doug Ford, has described the situation as an economic war initiated by President Trump. His statements have resonated with many Canadians who feel they are caught in the middle of this conflict. Premier Ford has warned of significant job losses and factory closures, painting a grim picture of the future. His concerns are echoed by business leaders and workers who fear the long-term impacts. Many fear that this trade conflict will have widespread negative effects, impacting livelihoods and economies on both sides of the border. Economic analysts have highlighted the potential for long-term damage. The issue extends beyond economics. It involves a complex interplay of politics, national pride, and the intricacies of international diplomacy. The stakes are not only financial but also deeply political. The ability of leaders to navigate these challenges will have significant implications for international relations. Whether Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and President Donald Trump can resolve their differences and reach a mutually beneficial agreement remains uncertain. The international community is closely monitoring the situation. The stakes are undeniably high, and the consequences of this tariff war could shape the economic and political landscape for years to come. The outcome will have lasting effects on both nations. Farmers on both sides of the border have been particularly vocal, staging protests and demanding government intervention. The agricultural sector, heavily reliant on cross-border trade, faces severe disruptions. The long-term consequences of this tariff war could redefine trade policies and international relations for decades. Both countries must navigate these turbulent waters carefully to avoid lasting damage. While the tariff tensions between Canada and the United States have undoubtedly created a challenging landscape, there are emerging signs of a potential resolution. Behind closed doors, diplomatic efforts are intensifying as both nations seek common ground. High-level meetings between trade representatives are being held with increasing frequency, signaling a willingness to negotiate and find a mutually beneficial solution. Both Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and President Donald Trump have expressed a desire to resolve the conflict, recognizing that prolonged trade tensions are detrimental to both economies. Experts suggest that a compromise could be on the horizon, with potential adjustments to the tariffs and new trade agreements being discussed. Public sentiment is also playing a crucial role. The widespread protests and vocal opposition from citizens, business leaders, and politicians have put significant pressure on both governments to act swiftly. The voices of farmers, factory workers, and everyday citizens are resonating, emphasizing the urgent need for a resolution. There is a growing recognition that collaboration, rather than confrontation, is the key to moving forward. As negotiations continue, there is hope that a new era of trade relations between Canada and the United States can emerge, one that prioritizes mutual benefit and economic stability. Thank you for watching our detailed analysis on the tariff tensions between Trudeau and Trump. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for more insightful news updates. We would love to hear your thoughts and opinions in the comments below.